as always, I'm starting out with her brows, but today I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color Soft Brown for a little bit of a bolder brow look, since we're doing a pretty extravagant look on the eyes. So I'm just going to come in at the top of her arch, drag that down, and just kind of fill in sparseness from the front. Go ahead and take a spoolie to her brows, soften the look a little bit. Go ahead and take my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer on a little flat brush just underneath her eyebrows to carve them out a bit. So I went ahead and dragged a little bit of that concealer down to her eyelids to prime off camera. And for this look, I'll be using two different palettes. The first being the Morphe James Charles collaboration palette, and the second being the Morphe 39L Hit the Lights palette, which looks a little something like this.
Very colorful.
These are my two favorite palettes for rainbow looks. And the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and dive into this neutral peach tone just to set the concealer that I put on her eyes. Okay, so the first color I'm going to be tapping into is from the Morphe 39L palette, and it's highlighter yellow right here. And I'm taking that on my tried and trusty Morphe M441. And I'm popping that starting at the inner corner, getting pretty close to the brow bone up in here. I'm just blending that right in here. Now I'll be taking my Veramone color switch so I can use the same brush, but I'm switching to the James Charles collaboration palette and grabbing this hot Cheeto orange looking color. And then I'm going to be popping that right next to the yellow towards the middle of the eyelid and kind of blending that in. Now hopping back to that Morphe 39L palette, I'm going to be taking this hot pink color right here. And adding that towards the outer corner and kind of smoking that down. Now that my beautiful friend here kind of looks like a highlighter exploded on her,
Just a little bit.
I'm going to be grabbing some deeper tones to kind of define the look. So I'm going to be grabbing this yellow tone, which doesn't look very deep, but it's a lot darker than the one from the other palette, from the James Charles palette, on a more flat brush, a little more tapered, and taking that kind of in the crease and just blending that to add some more definition. Now I'm also going to grab a little bit of this orange that we actually used as the transition for the other color, and take a little more of that kind of in between to define.
Looks like a Cheeto.
Now back from the James Charles palette, I'm going to take the shade right next to the orange to define the orange on the eyelid. Now back to my 39L, I'm going to be taking this red color that's right above the pink and using it to define the pink shade. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that concealer brush that I used to carve out her brows and grab a little more of that e.l.f. concealer and pop it right on her lid for the cut crease. Now as you can see, it's not like a full cut crease. I kind of let it fade to the outer corner. It's more of a half cut crease. Beautiful. Now on a flat brush, I'm going to be taking the white color from the James Charles palette all over everywhere where I put the concealer. Now I'm going to be coming back to brighten up the rest of that later, but now we're going to switch to doing the underneath of her eyes, which is the cooler colors of the rainbow. So we're going to go into the 39L palette and grab this neon green. Do you trust me?
Yes.
How much? Look up.
Okay.
Just move your fall out. So I'm just taking a little tapered brush, look up, coming right on her waterline. Now hopping straight back into that 39L, we're taking the neon blue color. Look up and popping that towards the middle. I'm going to really pack these colors on for some opacity.
Just a little bit. But I like it.
There's a rainbow on your eye. Now switching back into the James Charles palette, we're going to take the lightest shade of purple.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Positive.
Okay. I trust you.
Do you?
A little bit.
Okay. And we're going to smoke that up into the pink that we put on top. Now I'm going to grab my Morphe M441 again, hopping into the first pink we used and just blending that purple up into the pink. Now I'm going to go ahead and define the lower lash line by using some deeper shades of each of the colors on a liner brush. So I'm going to hop into the James Charles palette, grabbing this deep forest color, going right along her waterline. So look up. Now hopping back into that James Charles palette, I'm taking the darkest shade of blue right here. On that same liner brush, popping that close to the waterline underneath the blue. Once again, in that James Charles palette, the deepest shade of purple now. Color Cullinan. It is literally the iciest white shimmer I have ever seen. I don't even need any setting spray to make it pop. I'm just going to take that exactly where I put the white shadow right there. Now that I have that icy shimmer down, I'm going to go ahead and hop into that hot pink that I was using and kind of blending that in towards the outer corner. I'm also going to tap into my 3 original colors to kind of blend along the line of that cut crease. I'm going to switch back to that icy shade, just catch any fallout that got onto the lid. Now I'm going to grab the icy shade again and just pop it into the inner corner. And I'm also going to go ahead and pop a little bit of that underneath the eyebrows onto the brow bone. I physically can't do rainbow eye looks without adding glitter, so I'm going to be taking the Eye Candy Liquid Sugar Glitter Adhesive on a little disposable liner brush that I got on Amazon. I love Amazon, so do I. And then I'll be taking some NYX Glitter Brilliance Holographic Glitter. Oh, I just spilled that everywhere.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And popping some of that right along the cut crease. Exactly where I want it. It's like a half cut crease type vibe here. I'm going to be putting on some liquid liner, and to do that I'll be using the NYX Liquid Vinyl Liner, which is my absolute favorite liner ever. It's drugstore, but it's literally my favorite. So now that I have her liquid liner set and where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and hop into the James Charles palette, grabbing this black shade on a little liner brush. And I'm going to go towards the outer corner and smoke up that liner a little bit. On that same liner brush, I'm going to hop into that red color I used to define the pink earlier and kind of use it to transition that black up into the hot pink so it gives her a really smoky look. Now to finish off this eye look, I'm just going to pop a little bit of eyeliner in the waterline, and I'm using the NYX waterproof eyeliner. Okay. Now for lashes, I'm going to tap into my favorite mascara.
Oh boy.
Which is the L'Oreal Telescopic. A lot different from
your... You're not going to curl my lashes?
No, I'm putting Falsies on you. I'm just putting a little bit on this to help blend into the falsies. Bella normally uses a lot thicker of a wand, so this one's a little scary for her.
Yeah.
Use what, the Maybelline Falsies mascara?
No idea. I just know it's purple.
It's purple. My beauty guru friend here.
I know, right? I'm a genius.
I'm going to pop a little of that onto the bottom lashes. And by a little, I mean half of the bottle.
You make them pop.
Duh.
Duh.
Duh. Looks pretty good.
Are you being sarcastic?
No. And for lashes, I only have literally one pair of lashes left. I need to restock so badly. And they're the Ardell Demiwispies, which my nails are literally too long to grab. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Take the time here. And I'll be using my all-time favorite lash glue, which is the Duo Brush On Lash Adhesive. Yeah, they'll fit.
Hey, you're the pro, you're the pro.
Is the green bottle. And I love this because it just brushes right on, mess-free practically, which I live for.
I live for it too.
Do you? I've been in your room before. Let those dry a little bit and just pop those right. There's literally hair.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm wearing falsies in like over a year.
And you're wearing a drugstore pair. But it's like my go-to basic lash. Keep your eyes closed. You can go ahead and pop the other lash on if I can get it out of the tray. Boom! 2 for 2.
Thanks for watching.
I hope you guys enjoyed this look today. I'm hoping to do more collabs with more of my friends, so drop down looks you want to see in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram.